Hello students, and this is your English teacher Steffi Miss. Nice to see you all for the next chapter. I'm sure you must have gone ahead and checked out chapter number 1.1, A Time to Believe, and we are going to head into the next chapter, that is a lesson. That's a lesson that we are going to see today. 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat. So before that, I'm going to show you pictures of certain world famous personalities. You must be knowing about them. You must have heard about them. So let's go ahead and I'll take you into the chapter. So students, here we have, look at the picture. This is our former President of India, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and he was an Indian aerospace scientist and also a politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. This is the famous comedian Charlie Chaplin, whose real name was Sir Charles Spencer. Chaplin was an Indian comic actor, filmmaker and a composer. I'm sure you must be knowing this world famous personality, and she's none other than late Kalpana Chawla, who was an American astronaut, engineer and the first woman of Indian origin to go to the space. So students, I showed you these pictures and we came across these personalities, and do you think that we all know that they achieved success, but do you think that they achieved success without any hardships or struggles? But of course not. They all have gone through hard times and faced hardships. And I guess today I want to speak to you or want to teach you something about what is it that led them into achieving success. If you see chapter 1 and the beginning of chapter 1, I told you that this year in our syllabus we are going to learn value-based, we are having all value-based lessons, and even in chapter number 2 we are going to see that what is it that how come these personalities achieved success, what did they do, what was their secret, okay? And in the similar manner we are going to see a story of an orphan boy. Look at the picture. His name is Dick Whittington, and with his little cat. He was an orphan boy who later becomes the mayor of London. So shall we start? Lesson 1.2, Dick Whittington and his cat. There was once a poor boy called Dick Whittington who lived in a small village in the south of England. He had no proper home, for both his parents had died, and he was unkindly treated by many of the villagers. So students, here we see as I told you that this boy Dick Whittington, he was an orphan child, and he did not have his mother nor his father, and because of that what happened, many of the villagers, they started treating him very unkindly. Like, unkindly means not friendly. One day Dick overheard someone say that the streets of London were paved with gold, and he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up in gold pieces from the streets, for he thought people might treat him more kindly if he were rich. So what did Dick Whittington hear one day? He overheard people speaking that if he would go to London, the streets of London were paved with gold. So he thought that as it is, nobody talks to me nicely. So maybe if I go to London and I pick my fortune, means if I get a large amount of money or assets from London, people will start speaking to me in a very nice way. Now maybe because I'm poor, people don't like me, and if I become rich, people will start liking me. That was what Dick Whittington thought. Okay, we'll read ahead. So young Dick set out to walk to London. He had not gone far when a man in a cart stopped and asked him if he was running away from home. I have no home, Dick answered. I am on my way to London to find my fortune. I am going to London myself, said the carter. Now this is the conversation between the carter and the person on the cart and Dick Whittington. So But of course, he must have thought, who is this boy walking alone on the road? And he happens to ask Dick Whittington, where are you going? So Dick Whittington says that I'm going to London. So he says, even I'm going to London. Come on, let me drop you and we'll go together. Jump up here beside me and we'll journey together. They arrived in London just before nightfall. And the carter left Dick and made his way to an inn. So what did the carter do? He left Dick Whittington to London and he made his way to an inn. He went to his place. He went where he had to go. Poor Dick stood alone and looked around him in dismay. Dismay, feeling of unhappiness and disappointment. Dick, he dropped him to London, and Dick Whittington was so disappointed and he was so unhappy. Why? Okay, we'll see why. Where was all that fine gold? All he could see were dirty streets and lot of unfriendly people. He had nowhere to sleep, and in the end he spent the entire night in the corner of an alley where he hoped he would come to no harm. So we see here Dick Whittington was actually shocked, because he thought that when he would come to London, he would see the streets of gold, take gold, become rich. But what happened? He had to sleep into an alley, that is a narrow passage between or behind buildings. He had to sleep on the road, I should say. And whatever Dick Whittington expected, nothing happened like that. Okay, so let's read ahead. The next morning, Dick woke up cold, miserable and very hungry. He wandered around begging for food, but again and again people shouted at him, "Go away, you lazy fellow, be off with you," and aimed angry blows at his head. At last he collapsed in the street and laid there too weak to look further for food. So what happened next morning? Dick Whittington was feeling cold, he was miserable. Miserable means he was unhappy, he was uncomfortable, and people started shouting at him, they wanted to hit him, and he got so weak that he almost collapsed. Collapse means he fell down somewhere. So we'll see further what happens here. By chance, Dick had fallen in front of a house belonging to a rich merchant called Mr. Fitzwarren. A rich merchant means a businessman who is involved in buying and selling of goods. And the name of that businessman was Mr. Fitzwarren. So he went and he happened to fall down there in front of that house. The cook was trying to drive Dick away when Mr. Fitzwarren returned home from inspecting his ships. He stopped and said to Dick, "Why don't you work if you need food?" "I would work," said Dick, "but I know nobody who will give me anything to do." So what happens is, as when the cook was trying to shoo Dick Whittington away, but of course, the cook must have thought that, who is this? He almost looked like a beggar, I should say, and the cook tried to shoo Dick Whittington away from there. That time, this businessman comes. So he tells Dick Whittington, he says, "Why are you begging?" He must have spoken to him in that manner. "If you want food, why don't you work?" So Dick Whittington must have narrated his story, or he must have told him. So we see here in this, in the passage, that Dick Whittington tells him, "I would want to work, but I do not know anybody who will give me any work to do." Let's read ahead. "Take him into the kitchen," Mr. Fitzwarren ordered the cook. "Feed him first and then find some work for him." So Dick was given a home and a living. He had a small corner of the attic to sleep in, and his job was to help the cook with all the pots and pans in the kitchen. Okay, what happened? Dick Whittington was, Mr. Fitzwarren told the cook, give him something to eat and then give him work. So what work did Dick Whittington do? He was given, he had to help the cook in the kitchen with all the pots and pans. He must have helped him with maybe, cleaning, washing, cooking, all that. And where did Dick Whittington sleep? They gave Dick Whittington a place to sleep in an attic. What is an attic? It's a very small room inside a pointed roof. Okay, pointed roof in the sense, okay, if I show you something like this, right, the structure of the houses, and at this particular part over here, a small room was given for Dick Whittington. Let's read ahead. Dick's life should have been much better than before, but he still had two difficulties to face. Now see, at least he got shelter, but even after getting shelter and food, there was difficulties. Okay, now we entering into the theme of the lesson, or I should say we are going to start learning now something that Dick Whittington faced. Okay, the first was the attic he slept in was overrun by cats and mice. At night, they scampered all over him and kept him awake. After a time, he solved this problem by saving the few pennies he was paid and buying himself a cat. In no time at all, the cat chased away all the rats and mice, and Dick was able to sleep peacefully. So, two difficulties we see here. What was the first difficulty was where in that particular small room where Dick Whittington slept, over there were a lot of rats. So whatever payment, whatever money Mr. Fitzwarren must have given Dick for helping the cook in the kitchen, he took that money and he went and purchased a rat. And but of course, you all know about Tom and Jerry, the cat running after the rat. Okay, so in the same manner, the same thing happened over here. We know that cats, they chase away the rats, and the cat that Dick Whittington bought, that particular cat, he shooed away, he chased away all the rats and mice, and that first problem got solved. So Dick Whittington was able to sleep peacefully. Shall we read ahead? The other difficulty, which was not so easy to overcome, was the cook's bad temper. She shouted and screamed all day and would scold Dick and hit him with a wooden spoon, even when he was working as hard as he could. So it feels so sad. The first difficulty was Dick Whittington had these rats. He must have had so sleepless nights, okay, till he could purchase a cat. Now, after that difficulty got over, the second difficulty was not very easy. Okay, this particular cook, where Dick Whittington was helping the cook, she would shout and scream at Dick Whittington all day. And not only that, but she would even hit Dick Whittington with a wooden spoon. And after Dick Whittington working the entire day, still this particular cook would not agree with Dick Whittington. So let's see ahead. One night, Dick decided he could stand it no more. But of course, he was already suffering. First of all, he was an orphan. He got a job there, but still he wasn't very happy. And added to that, the cook harassed him so much and he could stand it no more. Early the next morning, before the cook woke up, he set out with his cat to seek his fortune elsewhere. Now, what happened was, Dick Whittington wanted to become rich, okay, seek his fortune. He wanted to live a better life, and he didn't want, he was tired, maybe he was so frustrated of living that life of his, that poor life, orphan life. So he wanted to seek his fortune, and he thought, now, nothing is working out in this house. Let me go somewhere else and seek my fortune. The two of them walked as far as Holloway on their way out of London. Where is this Holloway? It's a place. They walked out, somewhere far out near the city. Okay. And then Dick sat down on a stone to rest. It was the 1st of November, All Saints' Day, and the church bells were ringing. As Dick sat and listened, it seemed they were ringing out a message for him. Now, 100% Dick Whittington must, the cook must have, shouted at him maybe in the night. Let's assume that, this must have happened and he was so tired, maybe he was so sad about everything that happened. So he goes to this place, Holloway, and he sits over there. And 1st November, it was 1st November, All Saints' Day. What do you mean by All Saints' Day? Okay, if you look at the glossary, look at the screen, I have put up the meaning over there. Christians mark this day honoring all the saints in heaven, held on 1st November. So it is a day of respect that we give to, that Christians give all the saints. And as the church bells were ringing, and Dick Whittington was hearing these church bells, so what did he, I think he felt as if though the church bells were not ringing, but it was giving him a message. And what was that message? Turn again, Whittington, thou worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. Okay, turn again, Whittington. Let me repeat it. Thou worthy citizen, Lord Mayor of London. Lord Mayor of London, said Dick, I should like to be Lord Mayor and ride in a fine coach. I can put up with a few scoldings from the cook if that is what is in store for me. So after hearing the church bells, Dick Whittington thought that, as we read, that he felt as if though there was somebody, giving him a message that go back, Lord Mayor of London. So Dick Whittington, but of course he had that desire. He wanted to be rich someday. So he said, I will become the Lord Mayor of London. Wow, he was quite happy. So he said, no problem. Even if I have to take a little bit of trouble by hearing, or taking scoldings from this cook, I'm okay with it. I'm happy. I will go as long as I am going to become the Lord Mayor of London. So Dick and his cat retraced their steps to Mr. Fitzwarren's house. Luckily, they were able to slip back before they had been missed. And what happens? Dick Whittington takes his cat and they retrace their steps. That means they go back over. Okay, they go back over, and they, before anybody could notice, because we seen in the paragraph as we read behind, that Dick Whittington moved out when the cook was asleep. Maybe nobody knew, and they went back when nobody knew. So we'll stop over here. I want you to preview the lesson, go view the lesson, okay? And I will continue part 2. We will see the next part in the next lecture, in the next video. And as a homework, I want you to go mark down all the difficult words, meanings that were put up on the screen. You can go and note them down, write them down, and study it. And I'll see you in the next video, okay?